But all too often, we are our own worst enemies. And when I do something, I think, oh man. One of my favorite comic strips growing up, as I mentioned it just a second ago, is Charlie Brown. Actually, it's called Peanuts. About 5 years ago, they had a new Peanuts movie that came out. And, God bless Charlie Brown. Big head, horrible at football, can't pitch worth a flip, always screwing things up. And in this movie, the whole premise is that the little red-haired girl moves into town, and he's trying to work up the courage to go talk to her, to impress her, to say, hey, I have a crush on you. And can he do it? No! Like time after time after time, he fails, he hides, he pretends he's a bush. At the dance, he flips and the punch and makes the sprinkler system go off, and he's just a complete and absolute failure, right? And at the end of the movie, the teacher says, during the summer, I want you to have a pen pal. And the pen pal is chosen by the girl, and the little red-haired girl says, I want Charlie Brown. And he's like, what? And by some dumb luck or fate, he's actually able to fly a kite, because Charlie Brown can never fly kites, that blows him to the little red-haired girl right before she leaves. And he asks her this, Charlie Brown, before you leave, there's just something I really need to know. Why, out of all the kids in our class, would you want to be partners with me? Little red-haired girl. Well, that's easy. It's because I admire the type of person that you are. Charlie Brown, an insecure, wishy-washy failure? Isn't that often how we see ourselves? Little red-haired girl. No, that's not who you are at all. You showed compassion to your little sister at the talent show. You were honest at the assembly, and at the dance you were brave yet funny. And what you did for me doing the book report while I was away, that was so sweet of you. You see, Charlie Brown's whole identity was an insecure, wishy-washy, no-good, worthless person. And this little red-haired girl looked and saw him for who he truly was. And that's what God does with each and every one of us. As we see our faults and our failures and our bruises, and God says, you are my beloved. I see you striving after me. I see you trying to follow me. I see you giving what you have to me. And that is why I love you. And that is who God is saying, is that I have chosen you. I long for you to be a part of me. But the great part of this is that God doesn't just see you as an individual, but he sees us. As I've said over and over again, Paul wouldn't say, God has chosen you. He'd say, God has chosen y'all.